Hello everyone, if you're here, it means you like Dr. Myles Munroe. Our job here is to share his messages to the ends of the earth. Today, we are talking about his message on how to choose a life partner. When God created man, he said it is not good for him to be alone. So he made him a companion just like him. God saw that the animals could not be a suitable companion for him. He also saw that God, who is spirit, could not be a suitable companion to man, who was also flesh. So he reached out to the man, got a rib from the man, and made the woman. Remember that God never made Adam a wife, he made a companion and helper for him, and out of his own will, he made Eve his wife. This is to say that God doesn't choose life partners for people. He brings probable partners before you and you make your choice. God does not violate the will of man, not even in the sphere of marriage. You choose who you marry based on your preferences and the help of God. It is okay to pray and ask God for guidance in your choice, but he will never impose on you who to marry. The woman found the man in the Garden of Eden, which is the presence of God. You should always seek to marry someone who you meet in the presence of God. When you find a partner there, you can never go wrong. You should note that the church is not necessarily the presence of God. A person who does not love God cannot love you the way you deserve, because the love of God teaches us how to love. Do not settle for less than you deserve. After waiting on God for years, going through the painful process of transformation and living for God despite the odds, you should be looking for someone who loves and has reverence for God just like you. Marry the kind of person who will be on the same spiritual plane as you, and you will be able to grow together, because you have an understanding. When you don't have an agreement on the same things, then moving forward will be slow, because when one person is moving forward, the other will be lagging behind. Marry someone who is after God's heart. God gave the man work first and then made the woman to help him do the work. The male is the provider, the source for the family. As a woman, you should be looking for a partner who is hardworking and responsible. The man of the house shouldn't just sit and say things are difficult, but should be able to do everything possible to provide. Not sit and complain. An independent man is one who always soars high above the odds. On the other hand, a female is supposed to be the incubator, which holds and then multiplies and gives him back. Find yourself a woman who would not waste your resources, but is a good manager and housekeeper. God gave the man his word before creating the woman, which means that the woman is supposed to be the recipient of the word through the man. Man was the one who was given an assignment first, which was to dominate. The woman was made to dominate the man. A man who is a cultivator is the kind of man which a lady should be looking for. He should be able to give the little which he has made to his family. There are days of little and humble beginnings which are okay to pass through. A man who will share his little with you will hold nothing from you in his days of much. A woman is supposed to be the producer in the home. No matter how little something is, she should have the ability to make something out of it and give it back to the man. Don't find someone who nags and complains instead of finding a way to do something with the little which she has received. God created a woman to be an incubator. That is why if you give her sperm, she gives you a baby. You give her groceries, she gives you a meal. Anything you give her, she will give it life, multiply it, and give it back to you. As a lady, you should be looking for a man who is a giver. A man who will give much to see and make you happy. A selfish man cannot make you happy. Be with someone who gives himself to you. She is supposed to be the receiver. It will be shocking to know that some people do not know how to receive gifts. Find a lady who receives what you give her with joy and gratitude, no matter how small the gift is. People who do not appreciate you will suck life out of you gradually. You do not want that, do you? Find a man who is able to protect you. Protection doesn't mean he has to be so powerful. It means the man should be able and willing to stand up for her against the rest of the world. Don't marry a man who will join the rest of the world to bring you down. She is supposed to be the encourager. Do not marry a woman who cannot encourage your dreams. You will certainly die of depression. Find for yourself a cheerleader. Someone who will support you even if the whole world is against you. A woman is supposed to be a helper. Her original purpose was to assist, help the male to fulfill his assignment which God created him to do. You don't want to marry a woman who is out to destroy your vision, but one who will help you build it together. She doesn't boss you around and tells you how to run your life. She is not a dictator but a helper. Now a helper is not the one who runs the show, no. A relationship or marriage with two heads is a monster. It can only bring catastrophe. You should be looking for the kind of woman who will help you to achieve your goals and visions. A woman who asks questions, who challenge a man to work and not questions to challenge his ego. You should seek to find a woman with the qualities and characteristics which can help push your vision forward. Thank you for watching. We hope you've been blessed by this video. If you felt encouraged, please share with others who might equally find it encouraging. And also subscribe for regular updates.